background. We decided to make this research because we are constantly hanging out with people that consumes alcohol at a young age. And we start worrying about this issue because alcohol has some consequences and for the development of the teenagers. Also, we observe every weekend how business sell alcohol to underage kids without any worries. It seems interesting to us that our school has a healthy environment and still most of the students consume alcohol even when they know the effects that this drug has on them. Mexico is a country that has a high index of underage alcohol consumption at a global level. We want to know why our country has these statistics and what triggered this phenomenon. Question: how many students in Tech Milenio drink alcohol because of their age and social environment? Hypothesis: 2 of 3 students in Tech Milenio drink alcohol because of their friends' influence, their family history, and their age. One objective of our research project is, after we know the exact quantity of students that drink alcohol by doing surveys, we can note the reasons why students turn to alcohol. Another objective is to know how many people inside Tech Milenio drink alcohol. Our justification is that we think that this information will be useful in the order to know if there is a big problem. And if it's really is a big problem, how can we solve it? Our last objective is to try to leave something good in the coming generations. We can to understand a problematic so we can find a solution to it and to prevent it.
Really not too many variables. Almost everyone in high school is between the ages of 15 and 19 years old. This means that our population is between those ages. The real question is between why they drink alcohol. We come up with 3 reasons. Number 1 is because of their parents, because they had alcohol in their homes, and because their parents drink alcohol. Number 2 is because social pressure. Maybe some of their friends drink alcohol and they want to taste it. Number 3 is because they want to experiment new things. They are in high school, they are learning about new things, and they want to know what it's like to drink alcohol. And maybe after the questions we can come up with some relationships between one another. Alcohol is one of the most consumed drugs in all of Mexico. According to the National Institute of Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, the initial effects of alcohol can feel it between 15 and 20 minutes later of the consume. As an individual BAC rises, they become more and more impaired by the effects of alcohol. This means that when a person is in the state of alcohol, they drive bad, they start doing things they won't do sober, and they became a little bit violent.
Research, we interviewed 272 students of Tech Milenio to make our sampling representative. We chose Tech Milenio students as our population because we are part of it. So in a certain way, the problems affect us immediately. So it is a responsibility to know the problem so we can find out some solutions. We chose a simple random sampling because we base our research on the random selection of individuals from the population. Every individual had the same probability to be chosen. Analytical scope because we try to locate and identify the different factors that cause alcohol consumption on students. The analytical scope often extends the descriptive approach to suggest or explain why or how something is happening, and that's why we did. To come up with the results of this research, we first established our object of study, alcohol consumption in students. Then we collected data from different authors in our theoretical framework. Then we established the most convenient research design, pre-experimental. Next, we formulated our hypothesis. At least 2 out of 3 students of Tech Milenio consume alcohol on a daily basis. Then we selected our sample, 272 students, Next, we apply them the survey, and finally, we analyze the data we collected to come up with a result. We used to collect data was a survey at SurveyMonkey. We applied that survey to 272 students of 5 different classrooms. These were the questions we asked the students in the survey. What means alcohol consumption for you? When did you start drinking? Where do you drink alcohol the most? Why did you start drinking alcohol? How do you get the alcohol? And how often you drink alcohol on a month?
We are going to the data collection table. First, the teenagers with 16 years old, 9 out of 20 drink alcohol. It's like the 45%. The of 70 years old, 13 of 20 drink alcohol is the 16%. From 18 years old, 10 of 10 drink alcohol. It's like the 100%, and of 19 years old, 17 of 20 drink alcohol is the 85%. To investigate and analyze like what type of alcohol they drink and which brands are getting like the benefits from this problem. The second is to analyze the physical damage it causes in teenagers. The third is to analyze deeply like the social environment where they develop and grow, and also how affects like their education in school. The fourth one is the study of drinking at a young age, how affects like their development with their friends, their family, etc. And the number 5 is to analyze the way alcohol affects the students and how they socialize, and also the communication with their family and their friends.
We concluded the detractors of our project would be family, because they won't accept the fact that their kids have alcohol consumption issues. So they will say that our research is fake or not well founded, just to avoid facing the hard situation of their kids being alcoholic. Also, another detractor would be the directors of Tech Milenio, because it would be very hard for them to face the situation of their students, because it goes against the philosophy of health environment that they try to employ in our school. And at least the third detractors would be the students themselves that were interviewed, because it's also not easy for them to accept the fact that they are alcoholics. If we were going to talk about, or if we were going to do all over again our project, the things that we would improve would be the research method, because by interviewing on a website, we do not get to personally interview the person, so we don't know what they feel or their emotions. Second of all, the organization of the team, so that we could do a better and faster job. Third, we would improve the edition of our video, because we do not really know another edition program out of iMovie. We did our best, but we could do it better if we knew another edition program. And at least we would improve the personal appearance of each member of the team, so that the job would look more serious.